vulnerable now. You can get big time goal later. Cross off has room. The block. Mueller with the punch. It's still loose. McEwen going back against Novak.
2000 MLS Cup was and will always be for me about Tony Meola.
I don't know of a better gamer, like the big game type goalkeeper. I'd never played with another guy as good as him in the big game. And
he was going to be the guy that had to come up big for that team against an extremely potent attack. You know, one of the most dangerous attacks I think Major League Soccer's ever seen.
When you go up against a team like Chicago, the highest scoring team in our league, you have to be ready to do some work.
Plays it short. Armas can tee it up. The drive. Deflected. Step. Hits the crossbar.
The mentality for the game has to be, and you're going to do everything you can to help your team win.
30-yarder. Easy stop for Meola.
At that time, it was easy to sense that they weren't going to score.
Tony Meola was incredible, making save after save after save, keeping his team in it as he had done the entire season.
It was huge that year. Everything that was shot on goal, he put a block on. He was a great leader. And then that day in the final kind of topped off his year.
Soccer is the type of sport where you can ride a really hot goalkeeper in do-or-die situations.
Two-man ball, but he plays it short. Armas can tee it up. The try. Deflected. Meola. Gets his pocket picked by the best keeper.
Everything Chicago put on them, and they had a very good team, and I'm sure they outshot us that day, and Tony was stopping everything. And you could see it on their faces after Tony'd make save after save. It's like, we're not going to score today.
You know, if you talk to guys on either team, I'm sure both of them have a different recollection of who should have officially won that game. But I don't think that's a moment where you left and you said, you know, the wrong team won. If it comes up to players making big plays, and that's the reason someone lifts a cup, that's very well deserved.
It was really a phenomenal thing to see a player dominate not just his position, but ultimately the entire game, especially as a goalkeeper.
There was a moment in the second half when the belief starts to fading in our disadvantage. When Diego Gutierrez hit the crossbar from, I believe, 2 yards out.
a team's throwing everything at you. The kitchen sink, everything's coming. And you say to yourself, it's just not their day. It's just not happening for them.
Meola's been in very high-pressure situations, but he looks like he may have the jitters here. This is a tremendous stop. But I've seen Meola almost single-handedly win games against England.
After the game, we will say, even we will have a PK. I believe that we cannot score and we're going to miss, or Tony will say.
Meola making himself as big as possible.